There's obviously a lot of coaches out there. I mean, what made you decide to work with me?
Number one was credibility. I don't want to cast aspersion, but I had a lot of meetings and I watched you. I don't know how you got on my radar, but I started watching you and watching your interactions, probably shows like this. And I thought, hey, what he says makes sense. Even though I I wasn't aware about some of the things that you
Right.
taught. I'm like, it just agrees with you. Just the truth of it. Hey, this makes fundamental sense. And I felt the same way when you and I had our first one-on-one conversation. In my opinion, never changed throughout the program. So just
Awesome.
it's a good common sense, makes sense. I didn't know about any of it, but like
Right.
none of it all passed the sniff test, right?
Like if you were going to look at and point to like one specific area or aspect of your business that has improved or transformed as a result of going through the coaching program, what would that be?
I would say it's ironic as a software engineer, I should be aware of all forms of automation and things like that. But like not having that deep sales leader SaaS type background, automation wasn't really on my radar.
Right.
I knew it existed, but I didn't know if it was for me. The level of automation you provide, but in a way that like I'm proud of, like I'm not ashamed of the way
Right.
I'm interacting with people through light bits of automation that hand people off to me in a cared for and a great conversational space. Like I didn't know that was possible. Like I
Right.
thought automation, that's going to get me kicked out of society. and it did just the opposite. I looked on my LinkedIn and there's a certain place that will tell you when you signed up, but I think I might have been 2004. I was on LinkedIn pretty early. Since going through your program, I have more meaningful conversations on LinkedIn than all the years previous of that combined. So, I mean, that's just great.
Yeah,
Who
that's
wouldn't
awesome
want,
to hear.
even if you didn't care about business development, that's fantastic, right? Like I feel like
Yeah.
I'm a good LinkedIn citizen. So,
Yep. Talking about working with me specifically as a coach, how would you describe, our working relationship or what it's like working with me?
again, it was what I expected having watched your videos and like all the research I did leading up to it, but I think it's a lot of work. Like that's fair to say, but it's good
Hmm.
work. Like it's good work that it's a framework that if you complete it, it's time consuming, but it will serve you for life. And it's something I've thought about revisiting because I think it's worth revisiting as perspectives change and
Yep.
you mature in a career. And that's a great part about it. I believe I'm able to do that, right? Like I
Yeah.
can look back through my all of the worksheets you've prepared and I can revisit those. There's a lot of accountability because the way your program runs, you go through with some people that are running side by side with you. And I mean, frankly, you can tell on the calls, I think I was in a very good class and I still keep in touch with some of
Hmm.
those people, that's another amazing part of it. You don't want to show up and be that one which I was a few times. I mean,
Yeah.
business happens, life happens, but like
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's a good, healthy accountability environment. And your expertise, I mean, I look at, people become experts either because they have inborn knowledge and because that was their gift, but they've had tons of repetitions. And I think you have had so many repetitions, you're just going to know things that people don't. And so it's great to get that insight.
How would you say the overall health of your business, has changed, or how was it before versus where it's at now after implementing some of the coaching stuff?
Identifiably, I think I shared this with you quite some time ago, but like I think this is an important benchmark for anybody that might be in my shoes that is considering this program because it's not a huge ask, but it's enough to get sit down, enjoy. And I had to have a very serious conversation. Do we
Yep.
want to spend this kind of money? And
Hmm.
obviously, if you're in the staffing industry, you know what placements are and all. One placement more than ROIs you, and I think we had three, probably quite a few more now, but like three when we were close to the
Right.
timelines that we could easily trace to this program and things we learned to do that we were not doing from this program. Three placements, and that was I don't want to misstate the timelines, but it was within a month or so.
Right.
I mean, some of them I think happened during the program,
Right.
um, and so that to me is enough said. I mean, I'm sure that ROI is many times over, but I think I probably should still look at it and have clever ways of attributing revenue to this program. I don't think I have anything tight in place, but like, just like I said,
Hmm.
the way things feel and the way that I interact with people is tremendous, and that's as good of a feeling as the revenue. So
Yeah. What would you say if somebody was kind of on the fence about working with me? What would be your message to them?
I would want to know why they're on the fence, right? Like, if
Mhm.
they're why did they come to you in the first place? It's funny. I actually talked to a particular person one time many months ago, and I think when I explained to them, hey, there is a commitment, there is some level of work you have to do to make this work, they they didn't want to do it.
Yep.
But I'd tell the person, if you were like me, where you're like, I want my company to succeed. Look, nothing else matters with a company. It doesn't matter what CRM it is. It doesn't matter, what your website looks like. Nothing matters if you don't have a predictable way of generating revenue. I put in this much elbow grease, this much lifting. I can get a client. Then you're dead. If you're not dead already, you will be dying soon. You need to start somewhere. As you mature as a business, you're going to need other forms of Donnie. But like, Donnie could be a good lifeline that will get you that first client. He won't get it for you. You're going to have to learn his system. You're going to have to do it, but you won't die. If you're a sincere person and you want your recruiting business to work, make the money investment, make the time investment. You won't regret it.